It's Tuesday. You're just trying to get a coffee. But the iguana on the power line just took out the grid, and a python's napping in your pool. Again. Hey survivors, welcome back to our channel, the hand-drawn guide to staying mostly functional when the world gets weird. Today, we're sketching exactly how to hypothetically navigate Florida when its wild side gets wilder, purely for laughs and fictional preparedness. Scenario number 1, the Burmese python and the perpetual puddle. Picture this. It's another sweltering afternoon in your suburban backyard, now more of a perpetually swampy wetland. The night humidity clings. You're trying to retrieve a rogue garden gnome. Suddenly, the gnome appears to have grown an extra long, scaled shadow. Check the sketch. That's not a garden hose, friend. That's a Burmese python, freshly uncoiled from under the hurricane debris zones, likely napping off a particularly ambitious meal. The fictional rule here is, if it looks like a log but feels surprisingly firm and wiggly, it's probably not a log. These constrictors are now simply part of the local decor, blending with the abandoned golf courses. They're less apex predator and more unfathomably long mobile speed bump. Your job isn't to engage, but to appreciate its intricate camouflage from a respectful, distant vantage point. Observe its dedication to napping. Admire its commitment to existing. Then perhaps suggest it finds a new napping spot. Gnomes, after all, have suffered enough. Scenario number 2, the green iguana and the butter gauntlet. Next, consider the American green iguana. They're everywhere. Imagine navigating storm-damaged suburban neighborhoods, infrastructure in various stages of non-existence. You're walking past a house, its roofline still sporting charming hurricane debris, when an emerald glint catches your eye. See it in the sketch? An entire family of iguanas, sunning themselves, perched precariously on a sagging power line at eye level. They blink slowly, judging you. The fictional advisory, assume seemingly inanimate rooftop ornamentation is silently critiquing your footwear. These scaly sunbathers are a constant. They drop from trees like reptilian rain, creating many surprises on flooded streets. They're practically the new squirrels, only with more existential dread and a tendency to stare unblinkingly. Heat stress is real, but theirs seems more zen. Your primary objective, avoid accidental iguana drop collision. It's not about harm, it's about maintaining dignity, and perhaps wondering if they've developed telepathy, because sometimes you just know they're laughing at your misfortunes. Scenario number 3, the Nile Monitor and the Neighborhood Watch. Our third encounter involves the Nile Monitor lizard. Picture a drainage canal choked with weeds and forgotten inflatable flamingos behind former townhouses. The air, heavy with night humidity and mosquito clouds, offers little comfort. You glance over, expecting a discarded shopping cart, but instead a creature of prehistoric gravity emerges. See the detail? That's a Nile Monitor, perhaps 3 feet long, sauntering with an air of entitlement usually reserved for HOA presidents. It's scoping out abandoned golf courses like prime real estate. The satirical rule, if it looks like a miniature alligator that skipped leg day, but also runs faster and climbs fences, it's a monitor and it just judged your gardening choices. These lizards have a knock for turning up in unexpected places, under sheds and compost bins, sometimes attempting the mail slot. They're just observing, lurking, pondering suburban decay. Don't interpret their intense gaze as a challenge. Interpret it as sophisticated reptilian curiosity. Or maybe they just want to know if you're fixing that leaky spigot. Scenario number 4, the feral hogs and the forgotten mountain. Next, the undeniable charm of the feral hog. Imagine a suburban wetland, now perpetually churned earth, resembling an aggressive tilling experiment. This is their domain. The air is thick with damp earth and something vaguely pork-related. You're traversing a flooded street, balancing on what used to be a curbside, when a grunt reverberates from behind palmettos. Check the sketch. That's not a misplaced lawn ornament. That's an entire sounder of feral hogs, complete with tiny, indignant piglets, rooting through someone's abandoned fountain. They've claimed dibs on the last bag of chips. The ironic dictum, when the ground looks like it's been rototilled by a furious, tusked landscaper, assume they are still present and have opinions about your footwear. These intelligent, fast creatures are the new neighborhood watch, more interested in excavating your foundation. Your best bet? Admire their tenacity from a safe, elevated perch, perhaps a sturdy palm tree. They won't judge your climbing skills much. Scenario number 6, the lionfish and the local lagoon. Moving from land to liquid, the lionfish. Imagine the drainage canals, once functional veins of suburbia, now murky, greenish-brown stretches teeming. The night humidity makes it feel like swimming through warm tea. You're contemplating a shortcut across a flooded stretch near an abandoned golf course. It's only knee-deep, right? When you notice a flash of striped fins, check the pattern. That's a school of lionfish, looking entirely too majestic for a glorified puddle. They're like underwater fashion models, only with venomous spines and no runway etiquette. The fictional lesson: if it looks beautiful but also like it's actively trying to dissuade you from touching it, it's probably a lionfish in a drainage canal. These spiny spectacles have colonized everything, from coastal waters to residential waterways. Mosquito clouds above are a minor inconvenience compared to the unexpected, brightly patterned perils below. Your job isn't to interact, it's to appreciate their vibrant, if pointy aesthetic from a distance. Perhaps they're just performing an elaborate, exclusive underwater ballet, and you, my friend, are not on the guest list. Scenario number 6, the giant African land snail and the sticky situation. Finally, let's talk about the giant African land snail. Your suburban neighborhood, once immaculate lawns, is a mosaic of perpetually damp, leaf-strewn paths glistening under the night humidity. You're picking your way through a hurricane debris zone, trying not to step on anything too squishy. Then you see it, a vast shimmering trail of snail slime leading directly to your prize-winning, although fictional, petunias. Check the sketch. Those aren't robust rocks. Those are giant African land snails, the size of a small grapefruit, slowly consuming everything green. The darkly humorous commandment: if the path ahead looks like it's been freshly coated in industrial-strength glitter snot, assume grapefruit-sized gastropods are involved, and they are judging your hurried pace. These mollusks are a testament to relentless, slow-motion conquest. They are the epitome of moving at their own pace, a pace that will eventually cover every surface. They're busy enjoying the moisture and converting your botanical aspirations into more slime. Your role? To marvel at their sheer, unhurried persistence. Bottom line, when Florida goes full monster movie with its wildlife, remember your priorities. It's not about winning. It's about not being the most inconveniently located snack. Keep your sense of humor. It's the only tool you can't misplace, the only thing making this remotely palatable. That's it for today's page. Entertained? Hit like, comment your weirdest survival idea, and subscribe. Stay sharp, stay weird, and I'll see you in the imaginary ruins.